About converting Canadian to US currency and converting US to Canadian currency. So just kind of moving back and forth between the different types of currency that you would probably use somewhat regularly. So converting Canadian to US currency. The United States is Canada's largest trading partner, and thousands of Canadians enter the United States every year. The conversion factor changes daily, and as of July 2005, the conversion factor was 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 0.8032 US dollars. This means for every $1 Canadian is equal to just over 80 cents American currency. So looking at this first example, it says how much does an item that sells for $24.99 cost in US currency? Well, you take the Canadian price and you multiply it by the currency rate. So $24.99 in the United States would cost you $20.70. So when you're converting Canadian dollars to American dollars, you are going to multiply. Example 2 says the following item is for sale in Toronto. How much would a U.S. tourist pay if the U.S. currency and the store was offering the current exchange rate of $1 Canadian equal to 0.8032 dollars United States? So again, you take the cost of this hoodie. So this is the advertisement for this Roots hoodie. So you're finding the cost down here at the bottom, $60, and again multiplying it by the US currency, and that's going to give you $48.19 total cost. So here are some support questions you guys can do. It's converting Canadian prices to US prices. So all you're doing is you're going to multiply this Canadian price by the United States currency exchange to find whatever it is you're looking for. In part A, it's like a liter of gas, a large pizza, 4-pack of AAA batteries, a CD, and a leather jacket. So if you want to pause, you guys can take a look at these questions. If not, we'll keep going. So converting US to Canadian currency. So the exchange rate is usually expressed in Canada, so that $1 Canada equals a certain value in the United States. To convert from Canadian to US currency, the formula below must be applied. So you have to use this formula. So for $1 US, you're taking 1 and dividing it by the US currency value. So in the case above, we said that 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 0.8032 US dollars. So if we're taking 1 American dollar, that's pretty much equal to $1, almost $1.25 Canadian, or specifically 1.245 Canadian dollars. So this means that every 1 US dollar is equal to just over 1.245 Canadian dollars. So here's an example looking at this question. How much does an item that sells for $17.97 US cost in Canadian currency? So we are going to use this exchange rate of 0.8157. So when we're finding the United States dollars, we're taking that 1 US dollar and dividing it by the exchange rate. So when we divide 1 by 0.1857, we are getting 1.256 Canadian dollars. So we want to find out how much $17.97 is Canadian dollars with this exchange rate. So what we're going to do next is we are going to take the price of $17.97 and multiply it by that step we just did. So that exchanging that US dollars to Canadian dollars. So that's going to cost us $22.57 if we're going to buy that jacket or that item, in the United States for $17.97. American dollars. First, you're going to divide it to get the currency in Canadian dollars, and then multiply that currency by the price. So again, another example is looking at the same thing. How much does an item that sells for $215.99 in the United States cost in Canadian currency? So we're given US dollars. We need to do the exchange calculation. So here is our exchange rate. So you're taking 1 divided by the US exchange, so 0.78414, to get approximately $1.28. So this number isn't 2 decimals, but the reason we're rounding it to 2 decimals is because it's money. So once you do this division calculation here, keep your decimal to 2 spaces because we're using money. So when we find the Canadian value of $1.28, you're going to go ahead and multiply it by that original US price up here to get the cost in Canadian funds. So you guys can practice these support questions, or you can head straight to the key questions. So key questions number 9, and you're gonna work through these questions, guys, and then submit them to my email once you're done. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. So again, you're gonna work on questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thanks, guys.